Wrestling fam, what I'm about to show you will send chills down your spine. Picture this. It's 11 p.m. on August 8th, 2025, and two of wrestling's most dangerous men just declared war on their own family. Jacob Fatu and his cousin Zilla Fatu stared into a camera with ice-cold intensity and delivered a warning so brutal, so personal, that it's about to tear the Anoa'i dynasty apart forever. This isn't just another wrestling feud, this is blood versus blood, and what they said will change everything you think you know about family loyalty in WWE. I've got the exclusive breakdown of their chilling message, the shocking SmackDown match that triggered it, and why this could spark the most explosive family war in wrestling history. Stick around because what happens next will blow your mind. You're about to witness something unprecedented. The Anoa'i family tree is burning, and the Fatu brothers just lit the match. Here's what we're covering today. First, I'll break down Solo Sikoa's shocking loss to Sami Zayn that exposed cracks in his My Family Tree faction. Then, we'll analyze Jacob and Zilla Fatu's bone-chilling Instagram warning that has the wrestling world buzzing. Finally, I'll reveal what this means for the future of WWE and why this family civil war could reshape everything. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll understand why August 8th, 2025, will go down as the night the Anoa'i dynasty declared war on itself. Let me paint you the picture of how everything unraveled. It's August 8th, 2025, and the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey, is electric with 18,000 fans on their feet. The main event, United States champion Solo Sikoa versus the crafty veteran Sami Zayn in a non-title match that nobody saw coming. But here's what makes this moment absolutely seismic. This wasn't just any match. This was Solo's chance to prove that his My Family Tree faction, consisting of Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu, was truly untouchable. Solo came into this match riding high. He'd been dominating SmackDown for months, using MFT's numbers game to crush anyone who dared challenge his authority. The man who calls himself the new tribal chief had everything going his way. But Sami Zayn? Sami had something else entirely, desperation and a burning desire for redemption after his brutal exile from the original bloodline in 2023. From the opening bell, this match was pure violence. Solo, all 265 pounds of Samoan fury, came out swinging like a man possessed. He unleashed a barrage of clubbing blows that echoed through the arena, followed by his signature running hip attack that nearly caved in Sami's chest. The crowd could feel Solo's intensity. This wasn't just about winning. This was about sending a message to every member of the Anoa'i family watching backstage. But here's where Sami Zayn showed why he's one of the most dangerous underdogs in WWE history. At the 8:45 mark, just when it looked like Solo was about to finish him with the Samoan spike, Sami pulled off a counter that left 18,000 fans gasping. He ducked under Solo's devastating finisher and connected with a hell of a kick so perfect, so precisely timed, that it nearly ended the match right there. The near fall was so close that even Solo's own MFT members at ringside looked genuinely worried for the first time in months. Then chaos erupted in the most unexpected way. Tama Tonga, desperate to help his leader, made a critical mistake. He slid a steel chair into the ring, thinking he could tip the scales without the referee noticing. But Jimmy Uso, remember, he's been the lone voice of opposition to Solo's regime, came sprinting down the ramp like a man on fire. He tackled both Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa to the floor in a collision so violent it shook the barricade. That distraction was all Sami needed. In a moment of pure wrestling brilliance, he countered Solo's spinning solo with a lightning-quick Rala pin that caught everyone off guard. The referee's hand hit the mat for the third time at 14:32, and the Prudential Center exploded like a bomb had gone off. Sami Zayn had done the impossible. He'd exposed the cracks in Solo's armor and proven that MFT wasn't the unstoppable force they claimed to be. The aftermath was pure chaos. Solo, humiliated and enraged, launched a vicious post-match assault on Sami, but Jimmy Uso and the resilient Zayn fought off the entire MFT faction. As SmackDown went off the air, they stood tall in the ring while Solo retreated up the ramp, his face a mask of fury and embarrassment. But the real story was just beginning, because Jacob Fatu was watching from backstage, and what he saw changed everything. To understand why what happened next is so explosive, you need to know the warriors involved in this Anoa'i civil war. This isn't just about wrestling, this is about family pride, betrayal, and a legacy that spans generations. Let's start with Jacob Fatu, the man they call the Samoan Werewolf. Born April 18, 1992, in California, this 6 feet 2 inches, 290-pound monster is pure destruction in human form. As the son of Sam Fatu, known to wrestling fans as the Tonga Kid, Jacob carries the weight of Samoan wrestling royalty in his blood. But here's what makes him truly dangerous. He was trained by his uncle Rikishi, the same man who shaped the careers of his cousins, the Usos. Jacob's resume is absolutely staggering. In Major League Wrestling, he held the MLW World Heavyweight Championship for a record-breaking 819 days, demolishing every challenger with a combination of high-flying moonsaults and bone-crushing Samoan drops that defy physics. His intensity in the ring earned him the nickname Samoan Werewolf, and trust me, when you see him in action, you understand why. Since signing with WWE in 2024, he's been an absolute wrecking ball, but his relationship with Solo Sikoa has turned toxic. Here's where it gets personal. Solo Sikoa, the man who brought Jacob into WWE, betrayed him at Money in the Bank 2025. Picture this, Jacob was climbing the ladder, inches away from grabbing the Money in the Bank briefcase that would guarantee him a championship opportunity. Then Solo, his own cousin, sent Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu to yank him down, costing him not just the match but his shot at glory. That betrayal cut deeper than any physical wound because it violated the most sacred rule of the Anoa'i family: blood protects blood. Now enter Zilla Fatu, the wild card that nobody saw coming. While he hasn't stepped into a WWE ring yet, the buzz around this man is absolutely electric. As Jacob's cousin and former tag team partner on the independent circuit, Zilla has been training at the WWE Performance Center, and sources like Bleacher Report and Sportskeeda are reporting that his debut is imminent. His social media presence tells the story. Posts like Fatu Blood and TK All Day show he's all in for the family war that's brewing. What makes Zilla particularly dangerous is his street edge combined with that signature Anoa'i fire. Think of him as having manga-level intensity with the technical skills to back it up. His potential arrival could completely shift the balance of power in this conflict, giving the Fatu brothers the numbers they need to challenge MFT's dominance. Then there's Solo Sikoa himself, born Joseph Yokozuna Fatu on March 18, 1993. The son of Rikishi and brother to the Usos, Solo's journey from college football to WWE's NXT, where he captured the North American Championship, seemed destined for greatness. He hit the main roster at Clash at the Castle 2022, initially aligning with Roman Reigns' bloodline. But after Roman's hiatus, Solo rebuilt the faction into My Family Tree with Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. As the current United States champion, Solo has been dominant, but his loss to Sami Zayn exposed something crucial. His empire isn't as unbreakable as he wants everyone to believe. What happened next will give you goosebumps. Around 11 p.m. Eastern Time, just hours after SmackDown went off the air, the wrestling world got hit with a bombshell that nobody saw coming. Jacob Fatu and Zilla Fatu went live on Instagram from what appeared to be a dimly lit room, and what they said next sent shockwaves through the entire WWE universe. The video, clocking in at exactly 2 minutes and 15 seconds, was raw, unfiltered, and absolutely chilling. Jacob appeared first, his face partially shadowed, but his eyes burning with an intensity that could melt steel. When he spoke, his voice was like ice-cold steel, each word carefully chosen and dripping with venom that had been building up for months. Solo, Jacob began, his voice barely above a whisper but somehow more terrifying than if he had been screaming. "You think you're the head of this family? You think your little MFT crew makes you untouchable? The camera stayed locked on his face as he continued, "You betrayed me at Money in the Bank. You cost me everything I worked for. But tonight, watching you get embarrassed by Sami Zayn, I realized something. You're not a leader. You're a pretender." Then Zilla leaned into frame, and the temperature in the room seemed to drop 10 degrees. His presence was magnetic and terrifying at the same time. When he spoke, his words were measured, deliberate, and absolutely bone-chilling. "Solo, you've been playing king while real warriors have been watching. Your MFT thinks they run SmackDown, but they're about to learn what happens when you mess with the wrong family members." But here's the part that had the entire wrestling world talking, Jacob's final warning. He looked directly into the camera, and you could see the fury burning behind his eyes as he said, "We're coming for you, Solo. We're coming for your fake family tree. And when we're done, there won't be anything left of your little empire except ashes and regret." The video ended abruptly, leaving viewers staring at a black screen, but the impact was immediate and explosive. Within hours, the video had racked up over 500,000 views, and social media went absolutely insane. Twitter users like @FadeAwayMedia tweeted, "Jacob and Zilla just put MFT on notice. This is about to get real." Meanwhile, @WrestleTalk posted, "Fatu brothers versus Solo? Take my money now." What made this warning so effective wasn't just the words, it was the authenticity. This wasn't scripted WWE programming. This felt real, raw, and personal. The way Jacob's voice cracked slightly when he mentioned the Money in the Bank betrayal, the way Zilla's jaw clenched when he talked about family loyalty, these weren't actors playing characters. These were real family members who felt genuinely betrayed and were ready to do something about it. The wrestling community exploded with speculation. Reddit threads started popping up with titles like Anoa'i Civil War is Real and Zilla Fatu Debut Incoming. The video became a cultural moment, shared across every wrestling platform and discussed on every podcast. This wasn't just a warning, it was a declaration of war that changed everything. Here's why this Instagram warning is an absolute game changer that will reshape the entire landscape of WWE. This isn't just another wrestling storyline. This is the moment when the most powerful family in sports entertainment declared war on itself, and the implications are staggering. First, let's talk about what this means for Solo Sikoa's reign of terror. For months, his My Family Tree faction has dominated SmackDown through sheer numbers and brutality. Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu have been an unstoppable force, crushing anyone who dared challenge Solo's authority as the self-proclaimed new tribal chief. But Jacob and Zilla's warning exposes a critical weakness. MFT was built on the assumption that family loyalty was unbreakable. That assumption just shattered into a million pieces. The timing of this warning is absolutely perfect and devastating for Solo. His loss to Sami Zayn already showed cracks in MFT's armor, proving they're not the untouchable force they claim to be. Now, with Jacob and Zilla uniting against him, Solo faces a two-front war that could destroy everything he's built. Remember, Jacob knows all of MFT's strategies, their weaknesses, their secrets, because he was part of the inner circle before Solo's betrayal. That inside knowledge makes him the most dangerous enemy Solo could possibly face. But here's where it gets really interesting. Zilla Fatu's involvement changes the entire dynamic. Sources like Sportskeeda and Bleacher Report have been reporting that Zilla has been training at the WWE Performance Center, and his Instagram appearance marks his first official WWE-related moment. This isn't just moral support, this is a signal that he's ready to step into the ring and even the odds. His indie wrestling experience and natural Anoa'i athleticism make him a legitimate threat, not just another family member making noise on social media. The psychological warfare aspect of this warning cannot be overstated. Solo built his entire persona around being the rightful heir to the Anoa'i legacy, the true leader of the family dynasty. But Jacob and Zilla's message directly challenges that narrative. positioning Solo as a pretender who betrayed his own blood for power. In Samoan culture, family loyalty is sacred, and Solo's betrayal at Money in the Bank violated that fundamental principle. Now he's facing the consequences. From a storytelling perspective, this sets up some absolutely incredible possibilities. Imagine Zilla making his WWE debut at Clash at the Castle, emerging from the crowd to help Jacob finally get his revenge on Solo. Picture a Survivor Series WarGames match with Jacob Fatu, Zilla Fatu, Jimmy Uso, and maybe even Sami Zayn facing off against Solo's entire MFT faction in the double cage. The visual of family members destroying each other in that brutal environment would be wrestling storytelling at its finest. The fan reaction has been absolutely explosive. Social media is buzzing with speculation about Zilla's debut, predictions about upcoming matches, and theories about how this family war will unfold. Wrestling podcasts are dedicating entire episodes to analyzing every word of the Instagram warning. This has captured the imagination of the WWE Universe in a way that few storylines ever do. Most importantly, this warning represents something WWE has been missing: authentic emotion and real stakes that feel personal and meaningful. The stage is set for what could be the most explosive family war in WWE history, and the possibilities for where this saga goes next are absolutely mind-blowing. Based on the current trajectory and insider reports, here are the most likely scenarios that will have the WWE Universe on the edge of their seats. Clash at the Castle in Paris is shaping up to be the perfect stage for Zilla Fatu's WWE debut. Picture this scenario: Jacob Fatu and Sami Zayn team up to face Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga in what appears to be a standard tag team match. The crowd is electric, but MFT still has the numbers advantage with Tonga Loa lurking at ringside. Just when it looks like Jacob and Sami are about to be overwhelmed, the arena goes dark. When the lights come back up, Zilla Fatu is standing in the ring, and the Prudential Center erupts like a volcano. His debut would instantly shift the balance of power and give Jacob the backup he desperately needs. But the ultimate destination for this feud has to be Survivor Series WarGames. Imagine the visual: Jacob Fatu, Zilla Fatu, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn trapped inside the double cage with Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu in the most brutal family bloodbath WWE has ever produced. The symbolism would be perfect: the Anoa'i dynasty literally tearing itself apart in a structure designed for warfare. Some fans on Reddit are even speculating that Roman Reigns could make a surprise return, choosing a side that would completely tip the scales and add another layer of family drama to an already explosive situation. Here's what makes this even more intriguing: Zilla Fatu's potential isn't limited to just this feud. With his independent wrestling experience and natural Anoa'i athleticism, he could immediately target championship gold. Picture him going after the Intercontinental Championship or even challenging for Solo's United States title in a singles feud that would establish him as a major player on SmackDown. His alliance with Jacob creates an anti-MFT faction that could dominate the tag team division while simultaneously pursuing individual glory. The ripple effects of this family war extend far beyond just these immediate participants. Other members of the Anoa'i family will eventually be forced to choose sides. Will the Usos remain split, with Jimmy supporting Jacob while Jay potentially stays neutral? Could we see The Rock make a surprise appearance to try to restore family unity, or would he pick a side and escalate the conflict even further? The possibilities are endless, and each scenario offers incredible storytelling opportunities. From a business perspective, WWE has struck gold with this storyline. The authentic emotion and real family dynamics create investment that scripted feuds often struggle to achieve. Merchandise sales for Jacob and Zilla Fatu are already spiking, and their Instagram warning video has generated more organic buzz than most WWE programming manages in months. This is the kind of storyline that creates new stars while elevating existing ones. The international implications are also fascinating. With Clash at the Castle taking place in Paris, Zilla's potential debut would happen in front of a European audience that's hungry for authentic storytelling. The visual of the Fatu brothers standing united against Solo's empire would create an iconic moment that wrestling fans would remember for decades. But perhaps most importantly, this storyline addresses something WWE has been missing: consequences that feel real and personal. Solo's betrayal at Money in the Bank wasn't just a plot device, it was a violation of family trust that demands retribution. Jacob and Zilla's warning wasn't just promotional material, it was a genuine expression of anger and determination. When these elements combine with WWE's production values and storytelling expertise, the result is must-see television that transcends typical wrestling entertainment. The wrestling world is holding its breath, waiting to see how this family war unfolds. Will the Fatu brothers succeed in dismantling Solo's empire? Can MFT survive this internal assault? And what role will other family members play in this conflict? One thing is certain, the Anoa'i dynasty will never be the same. Wrestling fam, we've just witnessed the beginning of what could be the most explosive family feud in WWE history. Jacob and Zilla Fatu's bone-chilling warning to Solo Sikoa's My Family Tree faction isn't just another wrestling storyline, it's a real family declaring war on itself, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Let's recap what we've uncovered today. Solo Sikoa's shocking loss to Sami Zayn exposed critical weaknesses in his supposedly untouchable MFT faction. The Fatu brothers' Instagram warning revealed the depth of their anger and their determination to destroy Solo's empire. And the possibilities for what comes next, from Zilla's potential debut at Clash at the Castle to an epic WarGames showdown at Survivor Series, have the entire WWE universe buzzing with anticipation. This isn't just about championships or storylines. This is about family pride, betrayal, and the consequences of violating the most sacred bonds. The Anoa'i dynasty has given us some of wrestling's greatest moments, and now we're about to witness its most dramatic chapter yet. Here's what I want to know from you. Do you think the Fatu brothers can topple Solo's empire? Will Zilla debut at Clash at the Castle or wait for an even bigger stage? And could Roman Reigns eventually return to pick a side in this family civil war? Drop your predictions in the comments below. I read every single one and love hearing your theories. If this breakdown opened your eyes to just how deep this storyline goes, smash that like button and share this video with every wrestling fan you know. Subscribe to WWE Report and hit the notification bell because this saga is just getting started, and you won't want to miss a single moment of what promises to be the most personal and explosive feud in recent WWE history. The Fatu brothers have thrown down the gauntlet. Solo Sikoa's MFT is on notice. And the WWE Universe is about to witness a family war that will reshape everything we thought we knew about the Anoa'i dynasty. Before you go, I've got a question that's been burning in my mind. If you could book the perfect match to settle this family war, what would it be? Tag team elimination? Steel cage? Or would you go all out with WarGames? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to tell me which Fatu brother you think will make the bigger impact when this war finally explodes. Your engagement helps this channel grow and brings you more of the wrestling content you love.